You probably didn't know this, but the best real estate strategy going into 2026 is independent living facilities. And here's why.
You don't need a license. You can be a for-profit or nonprofit like me, and you don't have to run through all of the red tape of licensures and all of that good stuff. You don't have to do that. So listen, you want to join us November the 1st for the ILF Anywhere Lunch and Learn with Derrick and ourselves, the founders of Forston Consultants, where we're going to teach you all about the independent living facility. Derrick, give them some insight on what they're going to learn in this event.
You guys probably also didn't know that we're the trademark holders of independent living facilities, and we can't wait to show you guys what we call the blueprint. That means I'm going to walk you guys step by step. It's very similar to my one-on-one coaching. It's just going to be condensed over 2 days. Visit ilfconsulting.org, and we'll see you in Jacksonville, Florida.
See you there.
What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome to the live broadcast. Don't wait to be great. I am your host, Mr. Derrick Forston, and beautiful.
I am Shay Forston, and we are excited to be here tonight. Listen, this is not going to be a long room. We just want to come before you being consistent with who we are, what we do. Again, we are the founders and trademark holders of the ILF model, Independent Living Facility model, where we teach people how to take others from homeless to hopeful, utilizing the shared living housing model. I do this as a 501c3 nonprofit organization. And sir, how do you do this?
I do this as an LLC, so I am for profit. So Shay is nonprofit, I'm for profit. But no matter what, if you love God, love people, and love real estate, this is the right place to be. But as Shay said, today it's going to be pretty short, actually, right? We just want to check in, just catch all of the new people to continue to remind them about the November 1st event. We're going to answer some questions about our coaching that came in. And we already got some preset questions that came in about the event as well.
Correct.
But if you are just joining us and you have questions, go ahead and start putting them in the chat now. Shay and I discuss independent living facilities, and that is just simply an environment where adults are able to live and thrive without the need for staff and or medical oversight. So they're similar to group homes, right? They're similar to what most of y'all have heard of or have seen people get into. But the only difference between the model that we do and your traditional group home, what we do doesn't require a license, and you don't have to own the property. That right there should make some of y'all shout right now in your kitchen or in your living room,
Right.
because most of y'all wanted to start something like this and you were told you needed a license and you had to own the property. So right there, in less than 2 minutes of being in this room, I'm simply going to just say, if you love God, love people, and love real estate, consider the ILF model, because it doesn't require your license.
Right.
And most of y'all can walk off your job before January next year if you get into this now. So basically all it requires is some form of entity, LLC, for-profit or nonprofit. We connect with social workers and case managers. Even before that, we're also going to get an insurance policy to make sure that you're not sued and you make the Channel 8 news like I did. So LLC or some type of entity, insurance, we're going to connect with social workers and case managers. I'm going to trust God and go out and rent a house or lease one. Or if you're real blessed in life, maybe you go buy one. I coach some of y'all, and you guys go out and buy houses. But most of us, 95% of you guys that I coach, we go out and rent and we lease a property, and we take people from homeless to hopeful. Guys, that's my shortest intro I've ever done. So if you got questions from that, let us know. Because like Shay and I said, we won't be here long tonight. We only came to remind you guys about the November 1st event. So you can visit ilfconsulting.org. Again, that's ilfconsulting.org. And you can also text, for you techie people, you can text the word city, that's CITY, to the phone number 407-326-0086. Now, believe it or not, Shay, I'm pretty much done.
Wow.
I do have some set questions that already came in, but we love to honor the people that are already here.
Correct.
So if you guys got questions about this model, how do you do it? How do you get started? How do you scale and grow it? How do you not end up on the Channel 8 news with a $40,000 lawsuit like I did?
Right.
And I kind of already told you, one of my biggest mistakes, y'all, I didn't get no insurance. Dummy me. Was trying to grind it and get it together. But I forgot one of the most important pieces to all of this, which is that general liability policy.
Yeah.
So for the Richardson family, I'm answering your question already. You said, Derrick, I heard about you got sued and you went through a bunch of crazy stuff on the news before you blew up. You right. My biggest mistake, y'all, was that
yeah.
I was grinding, and as some of y'all say, getting it from the mud. Guys, I wasn't really focused on what was also important, which was protecting my family, the asset, and the business that I built by being insured. We live in a world today, ladies and gentlemen, where people love to sue you no matter what, whether it's true or false. So we believe in you guys being protected through a general liability policy. And that question was for the Richardson family. So again, I'm going to give you guys a head start. If y'all have questions, put them in the chat. If you're on TikTok, you want to come over to YouTube, because I probably can't see your questions on screen. I can see some of them coming. Somebody said, I did text to get info. See, the screen's really small. Something about $9.97.
Correct. That is our DIY product for $997.
And then she said the fees started adding up. So no, they didn't add up, sis. The $997 is one product, and that one for $5,000 is one product. Those don't go together.
Right.
So just to clear that, because that sounds like a question, our one-on-one coaching is $5,000. In fact, it's $4,997. January 1st, it goes back to $7,500. So all year long, we've actually had it on sale. So if you're new to us, you actually don't even know that. You just think that that was the price the whole time. But the one-on-one coaching is $4,997, and we cover the tax. I'm that nice of a guy.
Right.
The DIY version of that is only $997. And the only difference between the two is that the one-on-one coaching, you actually get me and my team as your coach, whereas the DIY is all of me, but it's recorded. So it's all the coaching. Prime example, we got a gentleman in the chat right now, Jermaine Mills.
Yeah.
Jermaine, can you shout me out real quick, big bro? Jermaine Mills also came to our South Carolina event back in August. He came to the event, got the DIY. He picked up keys to his first ILF 2 weeks ago.
He's got residents.
And he never talks to me because he purchased the DIY. But that shows how cool and how great that product is. But even more, it shows his willingness to be able to push through without the one-on-one coaching. So I tell people that's how you even decide which coaching you get. Are you a knucklehead like me and you catch on kind of slow to stuff and you need me to hold your hand? I'll admit that's me. When I buy coaching, I don't get the DIY from people. Yeah. I want to be able to call the guy or the lady because I'm a little bit of a knucklehead, y'all. So if you get stuff kind of quick and fast like Jermaine and you catch on, maybe the DIY is good for you. Right. And that's pretty cool that I saw that because that was another question by the Taylor family. Mm-hmm. Derrick, what is the difference between your coaching packages? Very simple. The DIY, you're saying that, Derrick, I can do this on my own, bro, and I don't need you. The one-on-one coach says, Derrick, man, I want to be able to be tired of you for the rest of my life, bro. Derrick, I don't get it right away. I don't want to watch a bunch of videos. I want you to coach me one-on-one, Derrick. I want your phone number. And those are those two. So the lady that put that on in TikTok, let me know if you understood that now. Because it sounds like she said she wanted the $997 and then the price grew. No, it didn't. They just probably showed you both options. $997 for the DIY. And what's really cool about both packages, my team builds your website and it comes with the CRM system. So your whole phone line, AI agents, the bots, your phone line, your website build out, right? Your email ability to campaign and send emails to thousands of people. So you don't need MailChimp. You don't need DocuSign. You don't need that other mail service, right? All of these things are in one. Yeah, through our system, and if you're on our coaching, it's only $37.
And you don't need that. So, what's that form? What's that app that we had back in the day where you can create forms and surveys and all of that stuff? This is all
job form. You don't need job form.
Yeah. All of that information is embedded into the CRM system, and it also allows you to host multiple websites. So let's say you're hosting an event for something. And you want to put a website out there for this event, you can actually throw up a quick event page on the website, add a new domain to it, and list it, right? Just know that there's several things that you can do with this platform that other people will not give you access to or don't have access to. So, and we give you full access to this platform for $37 a month. And that's the hosting fee. You can check that out. If you go to Wix or any of those other platforms, you're going to do the same thing, pay a hosting fee. But we do provide that for you with the $37 hosting fee, and you get full access to the whole Digital Flow Solutions platform. And that is not something that's usually a $297 a month package that we do provide you with for $37 a month. So Derrick, there's a few questions.
Let's do it.
Dominique Miner says, which house is better to start off with when housing, men or women?
I'll let Shay and I both kind of answer that. So I'll jump in first.
Go for it.
I usually tell people the men are usually easier. So whether you're male or female doesn't matter. In my opinion, over the years of doing this, I think the men are easier. Sometimes when women hear me say that, they get a little shaky. But believe it or not, the men are going to respect you more than the women are. My wife is going to speak on that in a minute.
Correct.
So if you're just asking me as your new big brother, Miss Minor, the men to me are easier to start with, and the men seems like more calls come for the men than it is the women.
Right.
Because depending on where you're living at, what city, what state, there's oftentimes, I don't care where you live at, more services for women.
Correct.
Right.
Yeah.
So the men often are going to be the ones that are on the other side of that phone call, Miss Minor, trying to get your housing. So in my opinion, men. Shay?
So I would say, for one, you just want to find out what your community is dictating, right? That's always going to be the first response that I give you. There's ebbs and flows, especially for me, because I house women, and a lot of the HRAs, close by me see that there's in Orlando, Florida, in the Florida area, there are resources, but there aren't enough resources for women, but it fluctuates. Like I can go months without getting a call from women.
Right.
But then I can also have another months that's all we're getting are calls for women. So it fluctuates based on the need and where you're located. Women to me seem to be a lot more resilient, and they know how to navigate homelessness a little bit differently than men. There's always, someone's always willing to let their female cousin stay on the couch than they will their male cousin, right? There's a lot of different things that go into that. So just be mindful that I would tell you, just let the community dictate it. When it comes to the men, I am so respected by your male clients. And it's funny because I actually posted something on the Angela Denise Foundation's page with me and Rock, one of your residents. And he's big. He's like, what? Rock's got to be 6'1", maybe 6'1", 6'2", and he towers me. And he's just a teddy bear to me. And I asked him, I said, Rock, if somebody was to try and harm me in this house,
and you filmed that too.
Yeah, and I filmed it.
It's on
camera. Oh no, they won't. He said, I said, you'll protect me. He said, you bet I will. With everything I got, I will protect you. And it's so sweet. And then even today, one of Derrick has a resident, and it kind of brought us both to tears this morning, that we housed many, many, many years ago. And he'll call, we call him a wanderer. He just wanders. Okay. He ends up in any city, any state. And we are guaranteed to get a phone call from him. We call him Shorty.
He said, I put you down as my emergency contact. I'm sorry about that, but I always use your number, Derrick.
Yeah. And today he called, and it was just so sweet. Because
and I ain't seen him and probably physically seen him in over 2 years.
Probably longer than
but calls all the time from wherever he's traveling, in some hospital usually.
And whenever he calls, he's like, how's Shay? And usually I'm not around when he calls, so he doesn't hear my voice. And when he heard my voice today, he was just it was sweet, man. It was just the sweetest thing. He was like, oh my gosh. He was so excited to hear my voice. And it just shows the difference between how you can connect with the population type, whether male or female. So I say, don't box yourself in with the population. See who your community is dictating, and you'll see what's going to be needed in your city. But it's like I said, you really can't dictate. You just have to get out there and start and see who starts calling the phone.
And if you just joined us, ladies and gentlemen, and you're a little lost, because usually we jump into a whole intro, tonight we jump right into questions. We're just simply a married couple. Speaking of that, make sure you join our brand new YouTube channel called Married to the Mission. Once again, join us at Married to the Mission on our newest YouTube channel, where you see us behind the scenes, acting up, having fun, and fussing at each other, and all the things that we don't show y'all on the professional side at Forston Consultants. Make sure you guys subscribe to Married to the Mission, Forston's Unfiltered. But with that being said, I want
to say something real quick about that. So just a fun fact: our VAs, our staff, actually followed the channel, and they've been commenting all day, and they're giving us things that they want us to go and try. Because we've got VAs from Nigeria, the Philippines, Pakistan. So they're like, hey, remember when y'all went out and ate what is it? Jollibee. Can you put that on the channel? Like, we want you guys to show them, because we immerse ourselves. We try to immerse ourselves in their culture, get to understand their culture. And if they'll tell us to go try something, and we'll go try it. So they're actually giving us insight. Like, they're like, remember when you guys showed us this? Because we share a lot with our VAs as well. And they're excited about this channel because they know how we are in private, even with them. Because like, our relationship with our VAs is very family oriented. So for them to see that us giving you all that access, they're super excited about it. So yeah, I just wanted to add that with the new channel. So join us on the new channel. We'll love to have y'all.
Good stuff. So the next question says, Dominique says, thank you very much. Hey, would it be lucrative to get some type of schooling or furthering my education for this field? That's us. So I'm your new professor. So right. there is no college, there is no schooling, right? So sounds like, Dominique, you're new to us. Sis, are you new to us? Because I'm just simply a social worker that was begging God to change my life through real estate and helping people. And Shay tricked me to go to college. Now, I'm not asking y'all to go to school, but Dominique, Shay tricked me to go to college, and through the grace of God, I finished with a bachelor's degree in what we call human services, very similar to social work. And when I graduated, I landed this job that I was kind of already at, right? But then I went from just being what I would call a floor tech to the social worker. So very simply, in fact, can y'all put in the chat if you're new to us like Dominique? Because I'm going to show her something really quickly. And usually we do this every kind of in the beginning, but we wanted to jump straight to the questions. But since this ties right into it, watch this, sis. Dominique.
And Mari on TikTok said they're new. Come on over to
Forston. Yeah, everybody come over to Forston Consultants on YouTube
so that you can see some of the slides and the images we're showing.
Now,
I'll put it in the chat.
Because Dominique said she's new, I'm gonna bless all of y'all. So if you knew and you didn't say it, just say thank you to Dominique. But Dominique, we just told you what an ILF is, right? It's an environment where adults are able to live and thrive without the need for staff and or medical oversight. So these are not group homes. That's the good news. Because if it was a group home, you need a license, a state walkthrough, you need permission from your city, and a $30,000 sprinkler system. Now, because my wife was so smart and led by God himself, she said, Derrick, we should trademark this, bro. I think this gonna get big for us. And here I am, Dominique, as your big brother many years ago as a social worker trying to get this thing together. And God messed around and showed me a lady that was making 41 grand a month, Dominique. But that lady was housing people in rats and in roaches and in filth and in squalor. So what you see in this picture is sad. This same lady was making 41 grand. Dominique, let me know if you can see that picture. And if you new to me, say, Derrick, I'm new to you, bro, and I can see your screen. Because y'all, I'm not very techy, so oftentimes I check with y'all to make sure y'all can see it. 3 of y'all tell me, especially if you new to me, Derrick, I can see that burnt up kitchen. Derrick, I see the beds on the floor. And this is the lady that was making 41 grand a month. Yeah. And Dominique, because I knew you weren't going to believe me, I took pictures of it. Dominique, I knew 9 years ago I was going to run into people just like you years later. And you was going to say, Derrick, this story sounds good, bro, but you ain't got to stretch the story, Derrick, to make me believe it. Dominique, so I took pictures of it. Yeah. Dominique, now if you wear glasses, go get them. Because those are cinder blocks that are holding that bed up. Dominique, can you imagine making 41 grand every 30 days of your life? Lord have mercy. But we will not
live like this.
Do it this way, though. Yeah. And I used to come home crying and Shay to my Shay, you should have seen what I saw today. Because when people refused to teach it to me, I took a Saturday and went and looked for myself. Yeah. And this is the stuff that I saw. And lucky again, man, I got a great wife. Shay basically told me, Derrick, she's like, Derrick, like, you can't keep complaining about it. We either gonna do something about it or shut your mouth. Yeah. Like, you come on every day talking about, man, babe, I could be doing this. And then I'm complaining to her that nobody won't teach me. So this is me, y'all, social worker, trying to figure it out. And these are all the rats and roaches that I saw. And because I knew Dominique wasn't going to believe me one day, I said, I'm going to take pictures of it. Because that's how people are going to believe me when I tell the story of this. And then right here, and I'm done, I saw a lady one Saturday morning because I snuck to all of these lady places, y'all. Remember, I was the social worker. Yeah. And I snuck. And at all of her places, in one of these places, I saw a lady sleeping on the kitchen floor. And I asked her, how much you pay to live here? Dominique, that woman told me she paid $750 to live in that place. But what you don't know, Dominique, and the rest of y'all in the Taylor family and the Walker family that just joined us, guess who sent that lady to this housing? Me. But before you think I'm some bad, crummy guy, Dominique, I didn't know. I worked at a hospital behind the desk with a computer with a legal pad, had a bunch of names on it. I want today for y'all names to be on that list because my list didn't have very many people. And the one lady that always answered her phone.
Her best ability was her availability.
Come on, Shay, say it one more time for the people in the back.
Her best ability was her availability.
Dominique, do you know what that means when Shay says that? If I got a legal pad with 13 people name on it and y'all don't answer the phone, I didn't know the houses had rats and roaches, but the one lady's like, Derrick, I'm available. I was like, wow, man, this lady's really cool. She was almost my hero, y'all, until I went and saw the way she was housing people. And when I saw the rats and the roaches, and I'm just call her Ashley. I said, Ashley, you live here? Ashley looked at me and said, Derrick, like, in other words, you serious, bro? Like, you sent me here 2 weeks ago. I was like, oh my God. And I always tell this story and I'm done. The part that made me really upset is that Ashley really wasn't mad about sleeping in the roaches and in the rats. She says, Derrick, I'm just glad not to be homeless outside. Lord have mercy. So that's why I tell people, man, this is a ministry. I'm no pastor. I'm no preacher. I'm no bishop.
But it even goes back to what we just talked about, like how Shorty calls. It doesn't matter.
He remembers of how we treated him.
The crazy thing about it is he memorizes Derrick's personal cell phone number. And it has been years since you called him.
Years.
And he calls to let us know he's safe. I'm in recovery, Derrick. And the first thing we say is, well, what do you need? What do you need anything from us? We don't house them no more. None of that. And this is the people that come in to your housing program and to treat somebody and house somebody in the manner in which this young lady housed these individuals. And
you're making 41 grand a month. Like, what are we doing?
Man, it's hurting. Especially when you get the phone calls, the phone calls of appreciation of people that you've housed in the past, when that you've seen grow and change their lives and really get back involved and connected to family and all of these things. Like, that is the thing that always sticks with me. And today, and I'm going to keep going back to today's call, like this morning, that was tender to me.
Yeah.
That was a tender moment.
And him just calling, like Shay said, is just showing his appreciation. He don't want nothing from me. He ain't coming back to Orlando. He just calls me randomly to every hospital he go to. He's a wanderer, y'all.
Yeah.
He go to city to city, state to state, always homeless, but he remembers us for how we treated him. I say, Shorty, can I do anything for you? I say, well, call me when you get out. Will you come back to Orlando to let me house you?
He said, we'll see.
He said, we'll see, Derrick. I'll let you know. But he always remembers my. I say, Shorty, how do you remember my number? He says, Derrick, like, in other words, really, bro? I got it memorized in my head.
That's what.
How can I forget you guys? And that just made me and her melt.
And I was like, what? And we had we were in worship, we were in prayer this morning, and we were talking about some other stuff. And immediately Derrick said, I think this is Shorty. With that new feature on the phone, it says, hey, let me find out who you are. So I can, and Derrick saw the transcription come up and he was like, Shay, I think this is Shorty. And he responded, and because usually he'll call our business line. And he was like, I just wanted to hear your voice. Like, he told Derrick, like, he didn't want to hear our assistant this morning. So he called Derrick's line because he wanted to hear Derrick's voice.
He know my number. He don't have to call Second Chance Housing. He goes so far back when I used to give the clients my phone number. Yeah. He still remember it.
Yep. And Dominique, do not be sorry. If this room is just for you tonight, we are so okay with that.
That's why we do it.
This is why we are here. This is why we did. Please don't be sorry for your question.
And Dominique, just to make you skip the line, your best route is to make sure you watch our web class. And I just put it in the chat. If you text the phrase more info, just those 2 words to that phone number on screen, that'll give you our whole web class that break all of what we're talking about today down, like, simply. Yeah. You gonna notice tonight, I'm just gonna treat y'all like family, and I'm just going. right? And to answer your other question, sis, we're live 7 days a week. So Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. And to easily remember it is every night at 7 p.m. Eastern. The only day that changes is Saturday at 10 a.m. Eastern. And if you happen to miss one, they're all recorded. So if you go to our YouTube channel, Forston Consultants, and click that tab that says live, I checked today, there's over 1,100 videos of me running my big mouth about what this is, how to get started, and there ain't a question in your mind, Dominique, that's not already in video form. That's how dedicated to this I am. I told God 9 years ago, as I was making 28 grand a year, I said, God, if you change my life, and watch this, who am I to tell God if you change my life? But guys, I'm just honest of what I said, because I'm so transparent. I said, God, you showed me somebody that was making 41 grand a month mistreating your people. And God, I'm struggling to feed my family, making 28 grand a year, and I'm helping people. I said, God, if you let me get into this, I'll go all over the world sharing it, and I'll never take any credit. Dominique, watch me do that right now. Dominique, without God, I'm a nobody. But with God, Dominique, by the end of this show tonight, you're going to think I'm a genius. And I'm really not. I just saw somebody living my dream, doing it the wrong way. And we put our own spin on it. And the spin we put on it is the love of God, and just put them in a nice environment. This picture you see, the devil is a liar that we going to do this and then pray God to change our life. How can you put somebody on the kitchen floor paying $750 to live there? We're not going to do that. So this is all this is real estate and the love of God mixed together. And November the 1st in Jacksonville, Florida is our last event of the year. Dominique, we want you there. Anybody else, wherever you live at. In fact, everybody in the chat, put right now, what city and state are you guys located in?
Dominique said, I already think y'all rock. Dominique, we just two crazy people in love with each other, love God.
And Dominique, you think this good? You should check out our new channel that we just started 3 days ago.
Dominique,
we a trip on that one, Dominique. This one we kind of professional. We have a little fun, but that Forston's Unfiltered, we are a hoot, as some people will call us.
Really unfiltered.
But watch this though, real quick, because I'm done. I'm just answering questions tonight. Somebody was a social worker, saw my dream through somebody else doing it the wrong way. Now Shay and I go all over the world teaching it. You can decide to go nonprofit or for profit. We take a 4-bed, 2-bath home, 3-bed, 2-bath home. I don't care if it's a 1-bed, 1-bath. We connect with social workers and case managers and take people from homeless to hopeful, and everybody pay rent. So Shay and I also own property where we house a mom, dad, and 3 kids.
Correct.
That's one income usually. If dad works, if mom works, that's maybe 2 incomes. But what happens if dad loses his job? What happens if mom gets laid off? With our model, my 4-bed, 2-bath, my 8 people, everybody pay rent. So 8 people are paying me rent in that place. Every month. Genius, y'all. This is the way to do God's will, help people, be respected by the community, but also make enough money to feed your family. And that's my niche, and that's who I am and what I stand for.
So questions. Okay, so I'm gonna go TikTok and then I'll come back to Dominique's other question. So there's a question. I'm not going to butcher this name, but they said, I have a affordable housing initiative. When I apply for a lease, what do I need for proof of income, etc., to sign? So I'll answer this. I did answer it lightly in the chat, but it depends on who you're renting from and what are their requirements. Everybody's different. Right? If you're going direct, we advise that you go directly to the homeowner, and every homeowner is going to have their differences. Some may believe in what you do, some may not, and they may require more than less. Right? So I tell anybody, when you start a business, make sure that you're already separating or have funds available. Start putting your own, do owner deposits into your business. Get a business banking account, do all that stuff. So that way, Lord forbid, if the homeowner or the rental agency, whoever you're doing business with, ask for proof of income of the business, not the person, the business, because you want this all in your business name for liability purposes. They'll be able to see that you have funds coming into that business account and that you have a balance. Invest in yourself, right? Nobody else is going to invest in your business unless you do it. So you want to show that you're putting some financial effort into it by having that business bank account, having that account, having that LLC, that whatever entity type you're choosing to have, but also make owner deposits into that business account. So that way you have some funds available in your account when that time comes for you to acquire your first property. Okay. So I hope that helps. The next question, I'm going to go back to Dominique, and she asked,
if you're on TikTok, come over to YouTube at Forston Consultants. That way we can see your questions. I'll put it in the chat as well. But if you're on TikTok, come to Forston Consultants.
Dominique says, what's the best way to start a wait list?
Let's back up on that one. Ahead. I want you to text the phrase HRA to that phone number.
Yeah.
Because that's going to be where you started. We got a model, Dominique, that you can get started with this and you don't need a property. Does that make sense, everybody? Yeah. We got a model of this coaching where you can do exactly what Shay and I do. Take people from homeless to hopeful, and you don't need the property. You need relationship, and it's called the Housing Referral Agent. It's a whole coaching. Mm-hmm. And I want to give y'all a free 14-minute web class on it. These 14 minutes will change your life because it shows you how to get started without a property. So text HRA to the phone number that I'm getting ready to put on screen. Give me 2 seconds. I'm actually going to put it on. Oh, it's on screen, actually.
Yeah. Let me explain this as well, because we have people that are texting HRA. They're texting more info. Our courses are distributed through a portal. So there's like a whole training portal. So in order to get access to the webinar, to the course, to the HRA and all of that, you must complete the form. Fill out the form. That way you gain access. So that way, again, we always do something fun. You may be a part of one of our raffles to get access to a free training or something like that. So you want to make sure that you have that portal and that you can log in. So don't just text HRA and leave it blank and don't fill out the form. Fill out the form so you gain access to the actual webinar. It's a sign up just like anything else.
Yep.
We want to get into the actual webinar. Another thing too, Derrick, the HRA Business in a Box is something that we don't sell, but it is a part of all of our events. So even if you cannot make the Jacksonville event and you want, after watching the HRA webinar, we only do this when we have an event. We will bless you with the opportunity. If you pay for the Jacksonville event, whether it's the VIP ticket, which is the 1 day, or the elite ticket, you get the access to the HRA Business in a Box course. You do not have to be to the event. Just let us know that you will not be in attendance. You're only purchasing the ticket so that you can gain access to the course. We give you that freely, and we're good with letting you have that.
That's smart decision too. In fact, when we had the South Carolina event, a few people bought the ticket just to get the HRA coaching, because the only other way to get the HRA coaching, now it is involved in the DIY. So for $9.97, the HRA coaching is inside of that. But watch this. Here's the riddle. This time last year, guys, the HRA coaching by itself was $2,500. So that's the absolute cheat code if you know anything about our coaching and what's involved in it. So you mean to tell me that you guys can get the HRA training for $197, whether you come to Jacksonville or not?
Correct.
So I hope you guys understand what we're saying there. Whether you come to this event or not, if you say, man, I want the HRA coaching. Derrick said it was $2,500 last year. I can get that for $197. Knock yourself out, because everything that comes with it. Oh, I hope y'all get that. If you have no clue what's inside of that, you need to go to our website and just figure out, or watch the HRA coaching training. I got a free 14-minute webinar. So that number that I put on screen, I'm going to do it one more time.
You're going to just text the letter.
Text the letter HRA to this phone number right here that's scrolling below.
Correct.
Now, what's scrolling below also is talking about our affiliate. Some of you guys are asking, how can you make some money outside of the housing or until you get your house? Guys, you can become an affiliate of us. If you believe in us, Shay and I, in this model, our coaching is for sale, our curriculum, our digital marketing, everything we do, you guys can sell it and get 40%. Prime example, my one-on-one coaching right now is $4,997. That's $3 away from $5,000. If you introduce somebody to us through your affiliate link, not through a phone call, not saying, Derrick, I sent Miss Pam to you. If they use your affiliate link and buy that, I'm gonna sell you $2,000 just like that. If they buy my coaching, that's 20 grand. I'm gonna send you a cashier's check or a Zelle. Zelle might be too big for $8,000.
It'll have to be a
Can somebody put
check.
Derrick say he paid 40%?
It should be a check.
Like, y'all, that's crazy. So we did 10% our whole life. Probably 2 months ago, we went to something crazy. I took a course, took a class, and the girl said, if you got an affiliate thing, get away from 10%. Nobody don't want to work for you for no 10%. Forget about 20. Now, if you go 30, you doing something. If you want to crush the game and help people while helping your own company, give them 40. So I've dedicated 40% affiliate, and I'm doing this all the way through June of next year. When June comes, I'm going to reevaluate it, and we may go to 50. But for right now, if you introduce somebody to us for my one-on-one coaching, you get $2 grand. Yeah. You introduce them to our elite coaching at 20 grand, you get $8 grand. Yep. If you introduce them to the DIY at $9.97, whatever 40% of that is, I don't know the math on that. But that's how you guys can become an affiliate. So text the word affiliate to that same phone number to make you some side money. Prime example, big shout out to Andre tomorrow, because we just got his W-9. He get like, what is it, $1,598. Let's just call it $1,600. Yeah. He was able to refer somebody to us that bought a package for $34.97. Yeah. He gets $1,600 tomorrow. He did no work. But oh Lord, I hope y'all understand. He said, "Oh, you want to start housing the homeless? Call my big brother Derrick and use my link. This is the link." Wait a minute. No, excuse me for saying call. I'm going to be carried away. But y'all get what I'm saying. He said, use this link to purchase. It leads to the webinar to give you the explanation, and then they talk to you to answer questions.
Let me explain this.
Oh, I hope y'all understand that.
Let me explain this. The powerful thing about our affiliate link is it carbon copies our whole website. So you don't have to be afraid of losing a lead. And when you sign up to be an affiliate, that same portal that I'm telling you about to make sure you fill out that form, that is where your affiliate links live. So any product or service that we have, you ultimately become an affiliate. So prime example, this event, the ILF Anywhere event, you can be an affiliate of that event as well and get I think that's a 10% commission. That's the only thing that's 10%. But think about it. If they go onto that website one time, that's stored in their phone's memory or their laptop's memory, and they're visiting not just Forston Consultants, but they're visiting forstonconsultants.com/Dominique, or they're visiting forstonconsultants.com/Terrence MC.
Meaning when you guys sign up, you guys get your own link.
Website. So you get a website, so it mimics
so that our system can show us where it came from. Right. It proves it.
Yep, and then it also shows you, because you now have an affiliate dashboard. So
and what I love too, Shay, it shows them how many people have clicked on their link. I love that feature.
So it gives you an insight to who's utilizing your link. When they fill out a form, let's say they fill out a form, Derrick, to watch the webinar using your link. You now have access to that person's information. You get access to their email and their phone number. I think it's email, or it's either email and phone number or email. And you can follow up. Send them an email. Hey, friend, I noticed that you signed up for the webinar. How did you like it? Let me know if there's anything else you need, or if I can get you a phone call with Derrick or whatever. And then you can contact our team and let our team know. And as long as they use that link, because our system's going to send you the W-9, our system's going to do all of these things once they utilize your link to pay for a product. We're notified. Our team lets us know. We make sure that your W-9 is on file. And guess what? We ask you, how would you like to be paid? And that's all. So just know that it's an amazing process.
It's almost to me like, why wouldn't you become an affiliate? Because all you're doing is posting your link. And it sounds like this. Let me give you the verbiage to help you. Have you ever thought about starting your own housing program? Want to do God's will and make a bunch of money? Click my link below. Very simple. And then if you guys got virtual assistants or an assistant that works for you, their job is to post that 7 days a week.
Correct.
It's almost like playing the lottery. Some of y'all play the pick 3 and the pick 4 every day. This is the same. Can you imagine posting that link and somebody says, oh my God, I've always wanted to house the homes in a displaced. And some lady just gave me a link to check out this webinar, and it changes her life because now she gets into it. So to me, guys, this is better than playing the lottery, and it's better than playing your pick 8 numbers. So really quickly, guys, this show tonight is brought to you by PowerStream Solutions. If you live in Central Florida and need your driveway cleaned or your house pressure washed, think about PowerStreamSolutions.biz. They can cover all your needs from car details, truck details, semi details, house washing, and driveway cleanings. PowerStream Solutions can take care of you. Let's take a break and we'll be right back.
Hey, what's going on, family? Please make sure that you watch our webinar, which is the first step to getting started. So just text the phrase more info, MOREINFO, to the phone number 407-326-0086. Don't type it in the chat. Don't put it below. Text it to that phone number. That way you get that free webinar, but also it leads to a discovery call with me and my team to see how we can get you started. So again, if you love God, love people, and love real estate, this is it. Show me anything else where you can make such an impact in your community, serve God, but also make a bunch of money doing it. We don't hide that. We want to make a lot of money doing what this is so that we can extend our hand in the community and continue to be the answer to affordable housing. Text more info to 407-326-0086, and we'll see you on the other side of success. Let's get back to the show.
And then play it. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. We appreciate you guys being here. I want to answer some more questions, and then I got a video to play that answers a question that somebody asked about Digital Flow Solutions as a system. Shay?
Let's answer the other part of Dominique's question, because that's where we went into the HRA but never answered.
What was it?
About her wait list. What's the best way to start a wait list?
Yep.
So I'll say this: when you get the training on the HRA, the Housing
that's going to be the wait
Agency,
list.
that's the best way to start your wait list, because now it doesn't just turn into a wait list. It actually turns into you actively placing people in other ILFs or other housing programs and obtaining a referral fee. So that's what we're showing you to do. So that way you're getting your phone ringing, you're gaining access to people that will, one, refer to you, and two, you're now also connecting with housing providers that also need assistance finding people to fill their beds. So it's a win-win, and it's the building blocks of the ILF housing model. It's like that foundational piece, and that is in that HRA business in a box. And again, if you are someone that are wanting an entry level access to our training, the HRA business in a box is where you can go. And the blessing for you all is that is actually for, you can purchase the ticket for the ILF Anywhere event and get access to the HRA business in a box. And that's until November.
One time a year, you guys are able to do that.
November the 1st. After November the 1st, that goes bye-bye until we do another ILF Anywhere
I hope
event.
they understand what you're saying right now.
So you get access, your cell phone's about to
Because what some of y'all are not realizing, some of you all that are even wanting the DIY, the big part of that DIY, guys, is the HRA training.
Yeah.
So instead of paying $9.97 for the DIY, and I'll admit a bunch of other stuff still come with that, but guys, y'all can get the HRA training business in a box for $197.
Yep.
So whether you can come to Jacksonville or not, if you feel like you've been called to this, you need to buy that ticket because it comes with it. And then if you're real generous, say, Derrick, man, I can't come to that event. Can you allow my ticket to bless somebody else to come, but send me my HRA training?
Absolutely.
I think that is genius, and I think God will bless you for that. In fact, give me 3 people in the chat right now that says, Derrick, that's a no-brainer, bro. I'm getting that event. I ain't coming, but I want you to bless somebody with my ticket, Derrick, and tell me who it is. Like, I think that's pretty cool, actually.
Get that.
One time a year, y'all, because when we do events, like Shay said, that's when we offer that.
Right.
One time a year. So, Shay,
not once a
boy,
year.
I hope they several times.
But,
I hope they understand what we're saying.
Whenever we have an event. So, and if you're interested in doing that, you can text the word city, CITY, to the phone number scrolling below, the 407-326-0086. number, and that'll give you the link to purchase the event. And as soon as you purchase the event, guess what? You're going to get an email that says thank you for your purchase, and then you're going to get a second email that gives you your portal access, and the course will already be there. You don't need nothing from Derrick and I. We're not going to do anything. As soon as you make the purchase, it is automatically distributed and downloaded into your course portal.
You just take off running with it. Just jump into that material and take off running, just like a lot of our DIY people do. So let's take about 5 more questions, and we're going to get you guys out of here tonight. We're going to try to do it in under an hour.
So somebody says, are clients funded through programs?
Some of them are. So the gist of our people are going to receive SSI or SSDI. Some of them are going to come from what we call a community funded program, CFP, which means Tyrone ain't got no money. So when the social worker call you and say, Miss Cheryl, we got another good guy for you. Can you take him? His name is Bernard. He's 55 years old. And Miss Cheryl, he ain't got no money. But Miss Cheryl, lucky for him, we're going to pay for him for 6 months. So Cheryl, you just sit back and collect rent. And while the 6 months are going on, Miss Cheryl, we're going to try to get him a job at McDonald's, Walmart, or Burger King, or get him accepted into SSI or SSDI. And Miss Henderson, I'll admit, that's one of my favorite ways to be paid. I love the guy that's got a job. I love the guy that's got SSI, but I love the guy that I can be able to help who has nothing, no mom, no dad, no Uncle Joe, no job. But because he met certain criteria from the hospital's going to cut me a check for 6 months until they put him on his feet. Genius. I love that. Cheryl, let me know if that helps and if that made sense to you.
I'll also say this because I think it's cool that that she asked that question. Today, we actually had a consultation with a young lady. Well, you had a consultation with a young lady who just got given information about her city. Funding cuts we have not been affected by them at all. Not even the government shutdown. We've been perfectly fine. I actually work with a community funded program and picked up my $800 check today. And I have another one coming in less than a week and a half, 2 weeks. So, and she's already put in my approval for that. It's already been approved. They just have to write the check or print the check, I should say. But we've not seen any issues with funding. In fact, we've actually seen several different states release new programs for funding for the homeless and displaced. Talk about that initiative that you had a conversation with one of your coaching clients today.
Basically, she really moved at the speed of instruction and followed some of my advice about sending out emails and outreach. And she found a program that not only is ready to give her people and clients, but they're also going to pay for it for up to 3 months. And there's 3 levels of it. In fact, T, if you're here, shout me out in the chat, T. T is actually new to us under our coaching and is moving really fast. T has got that attitude of one of these people that are probably going to get started in 90 days. Right? So you guys have heard me talk about a lot of my newer people that are getting started in 30, 60, and 90 days of meeting me. And I'll admit, guys, that's not the normal. Those are just super hustlers. Most people, I tell y'all to give me 6 to 9 months of your life and let God and I change it. But a lot of you guys that are moving at the speed of instruction, people like Jermaine Mills, people like T, like I can already tell she's going to be one of my 60 to 90 day people. Yeah. Like she's already saying it, but I can see it too. Because prime example, she purchased our coaching 3 weeks ago. My availability was so tight. Her first coaching was yesterday, right? Mm-hmm. She's already so far ahead. She says, Derrick, I thought to myself, why wait 3 weeks to talk to you when as soon as I bought the package, you gave me all my material. I was like, oh my God, T, you are the perfect client. Like that's my dream as a coach, that when y'all buy this package, you don't wait on me to get started. Especially if your appointment is 2 or 3 weeks out from the day you bought it.
And that's not usual.
You do yourself a better service by getting started so that by the way, when we do start, nothing I'm saying is foreign to you and you're actually a little bit further ahead. Those are the people that I call move at the speed of instruction. And those are the people that I can see right off the bat that are going to do really good, really fast in the beginning. So, and like Shay said, this government shutdown that we're going through has nothing to do with this housing. We fall under something that's called mandatory spending. If you don't believe me, Google it, Chat GPT it. SSI, SSDI, SSA, all these government stipends that they give these old folks, that's under something that's called mandatory spending. Nothing stops it. That's the beauty of this model once again. I'm a coach and a consultant. I'm talking to people every day that are not working because of this stupid government shutdown. I'm talking to people every day that are losing contracts in business because of this shutdown. This model has nothing to do with that. And let me just give another little pig trail. Your job today ain't guaranteed, but the need for housing absolutely is. I'm going to say that one more time for the people in the back. Your job that you go to from 9 to 5 today is not guaranteed. That's not a threat. It's just true. But the need for housing and to do God's will never ends. So if you feel tugged at the heart, you should get into this. We believe in a quote that says procrastination is the arrogant assumption that God will give you more time for something he's already told you to do. So you can say ouch or you can say amen. But procrastination, I mean, you being arrogant. Oh, God will give me more time. I'm going to live forever. The devil is a liar. We're all on a clock. So it's up to us. What do we put into the time that we were put here? And I like to tell this little short story that when we all pass away one day, on our tombstone going to be a date we was born and the date we die. And to me, neither one of those dates are that important. The most important is that dash in the middle that says, what did I do with the life that God gave me? I was born in 1981, November the 16th.
It's a dash between the
little bit in the evening time, according to my mama. I don't know when I'm going to leave this earth. But guess what's most important out of those two? Not when I was born, not when I die, because y'all going to forget both of those. But the impact in the dash in the middle is what most of y'all going to remember me for. Oh, that's good coaching. Your life is dependent on that dash in the middle. Forget about when you was born. People going to forget that. Forget about when you die. 3 weeks from when you dead, everybody going to forget you. Life goes on. Hate to tell you that. It's true. But that dash in the middle says, what did I do with the life that God gave me? How did I impact the world? Especially through this housing. That's why, to me, this is a no-brainer. This involves God, people, and that's why it's ministry. And we believe in this, and I'm going to drop it and give it over to Shay. We want to please God. We want to help people. We want to be respected by the community, and we also want to make enough money to feed our families. If you guys agree with that, put a number 7 in the chat. You said, Derrick, man, that sounds pretty cool. You said, please God, help people, be respected by the community. But Derrick, you also said you want me to make enough money to feed my family. Put a number 7 in the chat. If you said, Derrick, man, I can get down with that, bro. That's pretty cool. Like, that's not hard to go by. Please God, help people, be respected by the community, and make enough money to feed my family. Let's take a quick commercial break. We'll be right back.
Hey, what's going on, family? I hope you guys are enjoying this show. But just in case you was wondering, how in the world do we rent these properties or lease them? And what does the conversation sound like that would tell them the homeowner to convince them to rent their house to us? That's one of the biggest things in this business, and I want to give it to you. So text the word PURPOSE, PURPOSE, to the phone number 407-326-0086. And we're going to give you the exact guide to what we say, how do we dress, how do we find them? Everything you need to know in terms of to get your first property, we put it in the ebook. And again, it's called The Pursuit of Purpose and Profit. Text the word PURPOSE to 407-326-0086, and we'll see you on the other side of success.
All right, so we are back. So one of the questions that came in via our SMS chat, and for those of you that have questions, you can always text your question to 407-326-0086. Fun thing about what we use is we use software and systems. We've got 24-hour assist affiliates working. No, but all jokes aside, we use a system called Digital Flow Solutions that keeps all of our information, our contact and or questions that you may ask on an ongoing basis. You can interact with our AI assistants that will answer those questions. They are correct because we've trained these AI assistants to think just like Derrick and myself. So they're going to give you those answers. So you can ask those questions to our to our AI assistants by texting your question to 407-326-0086. I got the hiccups. 326-0086. So go ahead and do that. But one of the questions I did get, Derrick, through the chat, and the bot did an amazing job responding, is what makes why is the nonprofit aspect of the ILF why do I make it so magnified? Like, why do the question was a lot bit vast than that, but I'm gonna summarize it. Like, why do I think this is the right direction to go in? And I tell anybody, most people want to start a nonprofit after they do the for-profit, which is fine. But I tell anybody, if you can, do them both at the same time, because the nonprofit is going to give you access to different not populations, but different organizations that will utilize your services faster than a for-profit, or they'll end up connecting with the nonprofit in order to get to you, the for-profit. So I have people that will come to me as an HRA, and I am the one that places that resident into the for-profit ILF because of just the 501c3. The other thing is your ability to do other things, the ability to get grants, to have donations. People donate and they have an incentive to donate. And that is with the, giving them a tax certificate or a tax write-off at the end of the year where they can show their donation receipts on their taxes. So those are some of the reasons why. And also just being able to, again, add other programs into what you're doing. So like for me, I do the housing, but I have other programs. Like for Thanksgiving, we're doing a meal donations we have an annual ladies spa day that we help, provide spa treatments, pedicures, manicures, massages, haircuts to the women that we serve. And all of this stuff is sponsored by donors, by partners. This year, Walmart provided all of the funds for the Lady Spa Day. Walmart is also one of our biggest givers for Thanksgiving this year.
Big shout out to Walmart too, man. We appreciate you guys.
A huge shout out to First Horizons Bank, because they're
our
also
favorite partner.
Another huge partner.
Tell Walmart.
City Serve, the southeast region of City Serve. They are also great partners with us. They furnished my ILFs after the remodel. Another one, Paula White Ministry, Story Life Church. Like, these are all community partners that come together and pour into my nonprofit so that I can expand my mission, expand my vision, and do more, and still do the housing. So that's why I prefer the nonprofit side of things. But I tell anybody, if you're someone that says, well, I'm going to do for-profit first, and then I'll get a nonprofit after, I'm going to tell you to do them both simultaneously. Set up your nonprofit. Know before you go, first and foremost. And if you want more information on how to start, what you need to know before you go nonprofit, text the letters N as in Nancy, P as in Paul, O as in open, to that same number that's scrolling below, 407-326-0086. And you can gain access to the Know Before You Go nonprofit course. And guess what? That is a donation into the Angela Denise Foundation. So guess what you get at the end of the year? You're going to get a donation receipt because you purchased that a business expense, but you're also going to see that we're sending you a donation receipt as well for that course. But it also gives you all of the information on knowing what to expect, or knowing what you need, knowing what you should know before you go down the road of becoming a nonprofit. But I tell people to do both at the same time, because you're going to season that nonprofit. You're going to pour money and funds into that nonprofit. And what a lot of people don't know is that most nonprofits don't get really grant ready until they've been around for about 5 years. They don't get access to larger grants until they've seasoned for a time period where donors are seeing your 990s being submitted every year, your filings, your tax filings going in and being processed every year. So that's some of the things that I would tell you to do if you're ever thinking about starting a nonprofit, but you want to start with a for-profit. I say build them both together. That way that nonprofit has gained some age, and you're doing some minor things. You don't have to do big, grandiose things, but you can start doing something, even if it's doing what I do, and that's distributing toiletry totes, right? put $200 into your nonprofit, go get you some bags on Amazon, put some, water, Vienna sausages, some, pads, panty liners, lotion, soap,
Yep.
Things
Shampoo,
like that,
toothbrush, toothpaste,
and hand
conditioner.
it out, because that is something that you can do, and you gain access to those smaller grants like Walmart and all of those community funds.
In fact, somebody remind us maybe tomorrow or the next day for us to bring one of the toiletry totes on camera so that you guys can see what they are, what's in it. We got a question yesterday and I forgot to bring it up. Somebody wanted to see it. Somebody wanted to see what was in it. So if somebody can remind us, Tia, Katara, somebody in the chat, say, hey, Derrick, don't forget to bring one of those gift bags that y'all give the homeless people, because Shay and I ride around with them in our cars. So right now, my truck has a few, her car has a few, and wherever we're driving and we come to a stoplight or a stop sign, to me and Shay, guys, that's also outreach. What if he gives that card to a social worker or a case manager? Correct. Or what if I can just help him? Now, I'll admit, watch this. 80% of the time when we give that bag out, we know that guy ain't going to call us and he ain't going to want my housing. He just want what's in that bag and just for me to be a blessing. And I'm okay with that.
He wants the water, the Vienna.
Yeah, I'm okay with that, Shay.
The tin of tuna.
Come on, Shay.
The wet wipes, the washcloth.
Come on, Shay.
The shampoo, the arm deodorant, the razor, all of that.
Maybe he want to get fresh and clean for the day. No problem. That's me planting a seed. Remember, I told you guys, no more getting it from the mud. We get it from the garden. How do you pick from the garden if we never drop seeds? Oh, that's some good coaching again. Can somebody steal that? Put it on a t-shirt. Call it your own. How can we pick from the garden if we never drop the seeds in the ground? Oh, God. So some of you guys will keep saying, well, Derrick, what do I do to get started? I ain't got no money. I ain't got no house. Can you put a Ziploc bag together with a bottle of water, your business card, and some
Derrick, we had
napkins?
Remember Reggie?
It starts somewhere.
You know what Reggie used to do? Instead of even doing that, he would make peanut butter and jelly sandwiches, put it in a Ziploc bag with a bottle of water, and he would staple across the seam his business card. Reggie used to do that all the time.
Very smart.
And he
very
would take
smart. Genius to me.
And hand out peanut butter and jelly sandwiches with a bottle of water, and that was it. But and I hope Jermaine Mills hears this tonight, because I know he's going to end up doing it. But Reggie used to do that all the time. And whenever he drove past someone that was homeless, and he would do it daily, right? Mm-hmm. He wouldn't ride around with 150 peanut butter and jelly sandwiches. But then he went from the peanut butter and jelly sandwiches to now doing the cans of tuna. And then he went from the can of tuna and the Viennas to having crackers, or he had
the
bread.
granola bars and all of these things that can just kind of keep people going when they're living outside. Yeah. And to me, again, guys, is you planting those seeds. But really quickly, I want to show y'all something too. And somebody asked a question about this. Derrick, what do I do when somebody calls my phone and I'm either off or my virtual assistant is off? We want to show you guys a system that we use and we give it to y'all under our coaching. So if you get our DIY or the one-on-one coaching, you get our phone system, you get the CRM, you get the website build out that's full of AI bots and all of these automations.
Correct.
I want you guys to listen. And the moment it starts playing, if y'all could do me a favor, if 5 of y'all can say, Derrick, yes, I can hear it, because I want to make sure you guys can hear it. This is a phone conversation for Shay's AI bot when Shay is out of town, on vacation, or in the bed sleep, or at the nail salon getting her hair done. Who is going to, right? Nail salon getting your nails done. Who answers your phone when you can't be available?
Yeah.
Because if somebody Googles your business and get to you and call you, if you don't answer, they go to choice number 2. Yeah. I want you guys to hear what you can have in your phone system through us. Take a listen. And remember, 5 of y'all immediately tell me in the chat, yes, Derrick, I can hear it.
Hello, this is Dobbs Digital Flow Solutions AI assistant. Don't worry, I'm not one of those boring voicemails. Talk to me like you would a friend. I'm listening and ready to help.
Can you tell me a little bit about the AI with Digital Flow Solutions?
Absolutely. With Digital Flow Solutions, you get me, Dobbs, your AI sidekick. I'm here to chat with leads, answer questions, schedule appointments, and handle follow-ups around the clock. Basically, I help turn curious clicks into booked calls without breaking a sweat. Want to see how I can be customized for your business?
Absolutely.
Great. Let's set you up with a free business assessment to see how our AI can work for you. What's your name and best email so I can book a time that works for you?
Tam.
Awesome, Tam. Could you also share your best email address so I can get you all set up?
test@test.com.
I'm sending you a link right now. You're all set, Tam. You'll receive a confirmation email shortly. Looking forward to showing you what we can do. Anything else I can help with?
Listen, you are absolutely amazing, and I want to say thank you.
Aw, shucks. You're making me blush. Thank you for the kind words, Tam. I'm here whenever you need me. Anything else on your mind?
No, that's it. You have a great and prosperous day.
Thanks, Tam. You have a fantastic and prosperous day, too.
Any questions? Oh, and we're back. How many of you all could hear that? Because when we play it, we can't hear it. Could you all hear that? How did y'all enjoy that? With the mindset of I can't answer my phone because I'm at my job, but my AI assistant can. Could y'all hear that? Are they commenting, Shay?
Yes, I see. I can hear. Okay. Yes, I can hear. Let me know what your thoughts are. How was that interaction? And for some of y'all, text. So somebody on TikTok, and I think some people on YouTube are actually texting and communicating right now with our AI bot.
Girl, you got to come on to YouTube. You won't hear it.
I'm gonna look right now, and I'm gonna tell you what somebody's texting. And the AI bot is the one that is responding. What I love about this is we can see all of the responses as they come in and go out. So prime example, somebody just text. How much is the ebook? Somebody just text how much is the ebook. Their number
Which one?
But their number ends in 52. I'm just gonna say that's what their phone number ends in. And the bot says you can check out our affordable and powerful ebooks here and sent the link.
Perfect.
So now it's going to show you exactly that. So I want you to do me a favor. If the person whose phone number ends in 8652, keep texting.
I want everybody to do it actually
to that bot.
Yeah.
So for those of you that can hear me, go to that phone number and ask your questions.
Say, what is an ILF? How do I get started? Like ask it that kind of stuff. And that's what we're showing you guys, that our system is able to work for us when we can't.
So let me show you this. At 8:03 p.m., that same phone number, it ended in 8652, said, well, I own a home care agency, so I do have an LLC. The bot says, that's awesome. Owning a home care agency and already having an LLC puts you ahead of the game. You can absolutely use your existing business experience to launch. Listen to what it said, experience. It didn't say your existing LLC. It said you can use your existing business experience to launch an independent living facility. Here's what you'd typically do next. Make sure your LLC can cover ILF activities. Sometimes you might want a separate LLC, but many use the same one. Now I'm going to edit my bot.
There's a lot of questions coming through Lead Connector. How are they doing that? And it's not coming through YouTube. I'm confused. How are they doing that?
They're coming through Lead Connector?
The questions from people are coming through Lead Connector.
I just told them to text the bot. So they're texting the bot.
Oh, okay.
You just said it too.
No. Because it looks like that response was from something else. No. So, like, prime example right now, hold it, Shay. If you're live with us right now, we want you to test this bot out, because remember, that's what you all get. We give y'all this system.
Hold on real quick.
So the phone number is 407-326-0086. And if you're in YouTube, it's on the screen. Text it anything you want in terms of the knowledge base of what we do, and watch how it gives you a response.
What I love.
Can 10 people do that right now?
What I love is 8652. Phone number 8652 is going in with this bot.
Yeah.
Having a great old conversation. And 8652 just said, wow.
And that's how,
let me tell you what the bot said. Pretty cool, right?
Right. Exactly. So now what I like to tell people too, guys, forget about us. This is our business. Imagine your business, your company. So I don't care if you sell chocolate chip cookies, Rice Krispie treats, you got a daycare, you got a massage business, whatever you do. Can you imagine when you're not available that your bot, no matter the business, because Shay can train your bot to answer your phone, to do everything you need to continue your business when you can't.
I'm gonna say this.
I hope they understand
it. Now, my bot is making me feel so proud. It's like a proud bot builder. 8652 is going in, and the bot is just giving a whole bunch of information. 8652.
Somebody say, yes, please.
Listen, that's 8652.
Is anybody lost right now? Because most of these people get it. Can somebody type the word lost if you lost? Now, if you on TikTok, you real lost because you're not even on the same screen on YouTube.
Right.
But let us know if you're lost or if you think it's really cool. Type in the word wow. Go ahead, Shay.
So A652 says, somebody told me that. The bot says, yeah, it's a common question. A lot of people assume you need to be a licensed administrator because that's true for medical facilities. But for
Exactly.
ILFs,
Don't
that's
need
different. They're unlicensed, supportive shared homes, so you don't need that extra certification. If you want to see exactly how it works, sorry, people are texting, so my screen's just bouncing. If you want to see exactly how it works or what steps to take, hold on.
Also, let me give y'all the prompt to set up an appointment with Shay to get this system.
Free ILF webinar. It breaks everything down and clears up a lot of those myths. Want the link? Yes, please. Laugh out loud. Absolutely. Here's the link. Just fill out your info to watch the session. Let me know if you have any questions. Okay, I will, and thanks again. You're so welcome. I'm glad I could help. I want to dive deeper. Just reach out anytime.
Can y'all now see
on your ILF?
Can y'all now see why I told you guys coming January next year that my one-on-one coaching is changing, and not for the bad. I now don't have to be available 24 hours a day to y'all because I can build a bot now that's smarter than me and more available than me. Somebody just put in the chat, I need that for my business for decor.
Do me a favor, if you're interested in,
let me bring that prompt up, Shay, to get them get that appointment.
You can book an appointment with me, Prestige Home Care. We do it for any business.
So right here on screen, if you guys text that number right there, and I think it's a certain word, Shay will give you guys a demo of this system. You don't just buy it and don't have to know what it do. So we are more than glad to show you. So if you text the phrase CRM to that phone number scrolling below on our YouTube channel.
I'm gonna be honest, they don't even have to text CRM. The same thing they're doing right now with the 326-0086. They can do the exact same thing. Yeah. Hey, I'm interested in this program. Can you set me up?
But if they just say program, that's going to go to the housing probably. So you should say
two different bots.
Right, because the number.
Different
you're
bots.
right. Oh, you're right.
Every business
you're
has
right.
a different
You're
bot,
right.
Stella.
You're right. Because if you just text that number right there,
no,
that one won't even have the knowledge base of the housing. So you're right, Shay.
So you're literally going to have that conversation and ask the bot to
say, what is digital flow? What do y'all do over there? And let it just educate you.
Yep.
So guys, again, can you imagine that for your business? Type the word yes if you can imagine that for your business, especially if you think that was cool of what you just saw.
But Prestige Home Decor, we would love to do a business analysis and we can set you up with the phone agent and all of that good stuff. So we got you.
And for Miss Latasha, as we answer 2 more questions and we out of here, and I thank y'all so much because we still end up going over our time. Every time Shay and I say that we're only going to go on for 2 minutes or 5 minutes or 15 minutes, we still did over an hour and 13 minutes, Shay. I don't know how that happens to us. Anyway, the insurance that you need, Latasha, dummy me didn't get it, and I went through a $40,000 lawsuit and the Channel 8 News. It's called a GLP, simply a general liability policy, and every one of you all need to get that before you go into business. Meaning the day you get your LLC, I don't care if you got a house or not, you need to be covered. Because when your best friend find out you started a business and you didn't pick her to be your partner, she gonna try to sue you. It don't matter if you did business with nobody. It don't matter if you housed anybody.
Listen.
She could just lie on you.
Ask him how he knows.
And guys, it's a real lawsuit and you got to be protected.
Yeah.
So my insurance carrier, Miss Renee Scott, says, I said, well, Miss Renee, when should I get the insurance? When I get a house? She said, Derrick, you get the insurance the day you get that LLC. Make sense, everybody? So we get a general liability policy. In fact, guys, I wrote a book called How to Avoid the ILF Fiasco. It's the dumbest 12 mistakes I made when I first started. Yeah. One of those is not getting an insurance policy. And that book is so good. I tell people that if you just read the table of contents and you didn't even read the book, it'll save your life. It'll keep you out of the courtroom, out of jail.
Yeah.
And it'll keep you from getting lawsuits because it's all the dumb mistakes. The top 12 dumbest things I did is in that book. Y'all, please go get it. It's only $37. Let $37 save your life and a bunch of headache. because that book is so good in my opinion. I told you what I did wrong, then I went right behind it and said what I should have did. So it's one of those books that don't just point his finger and say, you did this, you did that. It says, I did this, dummy me. This is what I should have done after I learned the hard way. That book is called How to Avoid the ILF Fiasco. So if you text my bot at that other number that ends in 0086 and say, what kind of ebooks y'all got? It's going to list them out. Or if you say the ILF Fiasco book, it's going to give it to you. So again, guys, we're excited about this system, as y'all can see, and we're excited about just this business model as in a whole, because as y'all see, you see two companies actually kind of merging together. Digital Flow Solutions, which is the back end of your housing, and then the housing side of it. Guys, my name is Derrick Forston. I improved this entire message. I hope within an hour and these 15 minutes, Miss Latasha and the rest of y'all, that we said something tonight that encouraged you and that pushed you forward to something that you believe you already should be doing. Because it's not by chance you bump into us today. We call that divine appointment by God himself. Yeah. So congratulations, because your prayer and my prayer just merged together. We pray for great people that want to continue this mission, not people that want to house folks and rats and roaches and make 40 grand a month doing it. That's what I saw. So you prayed to be in it. I pray for great people like you. Let's get together and go to work. Make sense? And I want to be your new big brother and your coach. Shay, bless the people. We will get them out of here.
As always, it has been a great night. If you're interested in Digital Flow Solutions, go ahead and text us the CRM to 407-809-8215. Book a free demo with us. We're actually going to modify that automation because we now have Dobbs. That's an old automation. So we're actually in the process of revamping a lot of things, Digital Flow Solutions, because our system has advanced to the point now where we not only have our bots taking incoming calls, they actually can be dispatched to make outbound calls for your business.
Congratulations.
Updates with even our personal website for Digital Flow Solutions and re-navigating, because in the last couple of months, a lot of new features have really been better, right? We've put in the work. Our advanced development team has put in the work and made the system a lot better. So I'm excited to start doing some commercials and stuff like that you all will see live in living color with me talking to the bot, doing some bot training and all of that stuff so that you can see how to utilize this platform and how it can benefit you in any business niche. I don't care if you make cookies. I don't care if you have a food truck. I don't care if you have a doctor's office, a dentist's office, a chiropractor's office. If you sell, if you have an online apparel store, this system is for you. It is all inclusive. No more MailChimp, no more Survey Monkey, no more Constant Contact, no more, what is that other one? Jot forms, none of that. All of those things are in this system, along with your AI conversation agent, which is your chat agent that is also embedded into your DMs on Facebook and Instagram. It also communicates on your live website, and it does all of that communication for you through SMS as well, SMS and MMS messaging. So I'm looking forward to seeing you all book your strategy call, your demo, call for Digital Flow Solutions, and we can take your business up a notch with AI and automations. So Derrick, that's all I got to say. I look forward to seeing those of y'all in Jacksonville. And remember, if you cannot make it to Jacksonville and you would like to purchase the HRA Business in a Box, go ahead to ilfconsulting.org or text the word city to 407-326-0086 and get the HRA Business in a Box. It's a steal. Just let our team know that you will not be attending the event and that you just wanted the HRA Business in a Box.
So just send me my program because I ain't coming.
Well, they don't have to send them anything because they're going to get it
right
automatically. So, yeah, so that's it. Y'all have a great night. We look forward to seeing you again here tomorrow night at 7 p.m. Eastern. Bring your questions. And again, you got access to the AI phone agent. So ask away. We just gave you access, right? We showed you the cheat code.
And my bot is available 24 hours a day. So if you wake up at 3 o'clock in the morning, you got a question about the ILF or something about us and our coaching, go and just ask my bot. It's kind of smarter than me and it's always available, whereas I am not actually. The event is $197 Prestige Home Decor, $197 for the VIP ticket, and for the Elite ticket is $397. The Elite ticket involves day 2. meaning you want to see it. You actually want to walk through an actual running ILF. Big shout out to Tiffany Richardson and her program. That's who we're actually highlighting for this whole event. No different from how we did Katara in South Carolina, to show you guys somebody that we taught this to. Tiffany Richardson is that person for this event. So if 5 of y'all can put in the chat, congratulations, Tiffany Richardson. You did it, because Derrick and Shay chose you and they coming. So you did something right. So again, congratulations to Tiffany Richardson from Onward and Upward.
I mess it up.
Is it upward or onward? I always get them backwards. I'm gonna say onward and upward. If she's on here, she gonna correct me. If not, I'll be fine. But as I close out, you guys see what's on that screen? 10 of y'all take a screenshot of that. 5 of y'all should print it out and put it on your mirror in the bathroom. Because procrastination is the arrogant assumption that God will give you more time for something he's already told you to act on. We also believe in this quote that says, move at the speed of instruction, or as we say, move at the speed of revelation. So when you get the understanding of what this is, that means let's go. What are you waiting on? And for example, this event is the lowest cost point of anything we do all year long. So if you feel like God has led you to this, why wouldn't you come to this? No matter where you live at, no matter how far you got to fly, this depends on your life, your family, and your legacy. So let's move at the speed of instruction. And if by chance, if we said something tonight that you guys enjoyed, if you sucked up the information, if you're new to us and you say, wow, Derrick and Shay just gave me a new insight on how I should look at real estate and helping people and doing God's will, we would appreciate a 5-star Google review. And that's all we ask from you guys. Right? I don't pass around an offering plate. I don't beg y'all to take my coaching, but we do love and respect Google reviews, because a lot of times people will make a decision after they read your review. So Prestige Home Decor, if you went and did a review and somebody said, wow, they thought Derrick was pretty cool, and you know what? I'm going to jump in. We always pray that God blesses y'all because somebody read your review, which allowed them to make a decision. And randomly, the month of November, I'm going to choose somebody to pay their light bill. But if you've done this, you're going to be in that raffle. So right now, if 25 of y'all leave a Google review, especially if you need your light bill paid, I told God one day, I said, God, when you really blow us up and start just showing out in my life, we're going to do things extra, but beyond my normal giving, my normal tithe, and I just want to help people. I'm going to pay somebody light bill in the month of November. That person will be somebody that also left a Google review. So if you want to be in the running for that, make sure you scan that. You heard it. Scan that to have a chance of getting your November light bill paid by Forston Consultants, Derrick and Shay.
What you say?
So go ahead and do that.
Would it be $397 each for me and my husband?
I'm sorry?
For the event, $397 each for her and her.
Yes. Yep. It is per ticket. So if you want the elite ticket, $397. Oh, and watch this. We've been saying this for months, well, weeks. If you purchase the ILF Mastery Blueprint, the one-on-one coaching, you and your husband just come complimentary.
Yeah.
It's on me. So whether you got a boo thing, a business partner, or a husband, both of y'all come if you get the one-on-one coaching complimentary. We built that in 3 weeks ago. So one more time, if you purchase the ILF Master Blueprint, in fact, if you bought it 2 years ago, wink, ILF Master Blueprint members are automatically invited to this. We just need to know for the head count. So don't just show up. Still do your thing, right?
She's going to be making calls to all the members this week to find out who is coming, because I know they've been getting some text messages wanting to know, how they can sign up.
And to answer the other side of that other question, day 2 people actually get a little bit more learning because you actually get to do a walkthrough, and then now you're going to have questions from the walkthrough. Yep. We also go into that. So I don't just say, hey, y'all, walk through it and go home. No, walk through it and let's talk about what you just saw.
Correct. How
do you get in this now? And how do I merge all together to be HRA and house the providers together? And that's the advantage of the day 2 people. I'm merging y'all with Tiffany so that y'all can fill her houses and get paid for it. And then you get your own. Oh, I hope that makes a lot of sense. Other than that, for the lady that just said, what is Digital Flow Solutions? Please catch the replay, but it's literally an all-in-one system to run any business that you have. We just specialize in ILFs and housing the homeless and displaced. But I don't care if you're a car mechanic, you're an artist, you're a chiropractor, or you have a daycare. Digital Flow Solutions is for all industries. And for most of y'all that get it under our coaching, it's $37 a month. But I'll admit, if you come from an outside industry, it is a little different. We got 3 choices. But my coaching clients for housing, I spoil y'all. And y'all get our biggest package for $37 a month. I've been doing that for 2 years. That ends in January, by the way. But other than that, Shay, I think we're done. Are we good?
Yeah, I'm just looking at this. I need to fix.
And hopefully I got a few people that appreciate us and that just gave a Google review, whether you need your light bill paid or not. But if you do need it paid or you can use some help next month, that'll be a way to give you a chance to get that paid, because I'm going to pull somebody that gave a Google review. So I'll expect tonight to see probably 25 of these. And again, only if we've touched your heart, if we've encouraged you and you agree with what this is, we would love a 5-star Google review. And other than that, now unto him that is able to do exceedingly abundantly above all we can ever ask or think, according to God's power that worketh in us. You guys be great, and we'll see y'all tomorrow, 7 p.m. Eastern, right here.